If I was to look at silver linings, something I can be grateful that cancer has given me is a renewed appreciation of how precious life is, and also that you have time and opportunity to do things that you may not have done, just so that you can spend that precious time with your friends and your family and say and do things that you need to, as opposed to if you were just suddenly sick or if you had an accident. Cancer can help you to become intentional. It can help you to prioritize spending your money so that you will maximize time with family. However, because I have had quite a long battle of cancer, and well, apart from the fact that I'm still hoping that I will be healed and still praying for that, I also don't really, or neither do I want to know, a timeline at this stage. Because I have had such a long struggle with cancer, I am very aware that I can't just go out and spend all our finances doing all these fun and wonderful things that I might want to do, or go overseas and do a Disneyland holiday or stuff like that. I've got to be wise with our finances. My illness itself has used up a lot of finances, so I do need to be careful, but there are some times where you just think, I'm going to do this for the memories. And recently I did that by booking tickets to a concert. It was my children's first ever concert, and I booked tickets for King and Country. They were coming to Australia. They are Australian born performers but live over in America. They've just released a movie, and we went and saw the movie before we went to the concert. And I just thought, I just really want to experience this with my children. It's not something that we would normally spend money on, especially for the whole family. But I just took the plunge and said to my husband that I really wanted to do it. And I am so glad that we did. And I just thought I'd like to share this night with you and also encourage you. Think about what you would be doing if you had cancer, and what would you be prioritizing. Of course, like me, you need to prioritize and save your money and be generous with your money, give to where you need to. But if you've got the funds that you could use, what would you be using it for? Please do subscribe. I would love to inspire you to live life better if you don't have cancer, and things like this, watching somebody else battling through major life issues sometimes can help us to put things in perspective. If you're a cancer patient, I'd love to be with you along this journey and be what encouragement I can. If you're caring for cancer patients, I love shedding light on what it's like to be a cancer patient. So there are lots of reasons to subscribe, and I really feel honoured every time somebody does subscribe to my channel. So thank you for all of you who already do subscribe. For King and Country had made a movie called Unsung Hero. It had been released earlier in the States, but over here in Australia, it was time to be released around the time of the concert. We had a few days that it was released that we could go and see it before seeing the concert, and I just thought that if we saw the movie, it might give the kids a lot more context while they were watching the singers. So that was also another bit of a spending splurge, to go and watch a movie on a Saturday night when we couldn't get the cheaper tickets, because it was the only night that we could do it as a family. So we all bundled into the car and went off to the movies the night before we went to the concert. And that was just a really special time together as a family, and also seeing their family, because the movie is all about family, and seeing how their family pulled together during their hard time. And because we're a family that is also having a hard time, it was just really good to have those family values once more reinforced to the children, and also set the scene when we went to watch the concert that night. We could imagine them as boys, we could imagine them growing up and their parents. We headed to Brisbane where the concert was at the entertainment centre. So of course, having 4 teenage boys as well as my little lady, I knew that we needed to get a little bit of a snack before we went to the concert. So we went to KFC en route. KFC sustenance break before going to King and Country.
Yeah.
Who's the most excited about going to King and Country?
It's obviously me.
Jonty and Jaden. After we went to KFC, we made our way to the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. At the Brisbane Entertainment Centre, we were nice and early, so we got our car park, had to walk to the entertainment centre. Walked up the stairs, there were people everywhere, just happened to run into a friend of Jonty's from school, so talked to her and her family. And then we needed to wait for a fair while before the doors opened and before we could then find our seats. We then had to wait again, but it was good that we had arrived early. We had time to go to the toilets. Jonty went and got merch. So now that he can earn his own money, he can choose how to spend it. So he has been wearing his For King and Country shirt and hoodie all over the place. My sister and her family also were there. Unfortunately, both of us had booked in early bird tickets, and you could only book in groups of 10. So we were not able to book together. So you could see that they were up in one section, we were in a different section. And that was the only disappointment really of the evening, that we couldn't have enjoyed that together as an extended family. But it was so special just enjoying it as our own nuclear family. There were so many people. They said the crowd was just under 10,000. I kind of felt a little bit smug that the guys at the frontline singers, Joel and Luke, said that they thought the Brisbane crowd was really pumping and possibly better than Sydney and Melbourne. Of course, Queenslanders are going to be better. They also had a whole heap of family there, so I don't know. I think the atmosphere, it was their last show of the tour. The atmosphere was just really electric and we had a great time. The finally started and I was just so thrilled that my kids were so excited.
Gonna get a YALL. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
That's more like it.
That's better. That's better. Yeah, so accents are quite confused. You find yourself saying things like, g'day y'all. Like, oh dear.
We got to intermission and I think some of the kids went out and tried to find people that they know.
Chippies! Yum! Jaden, get out. You really have.
Caught up with the children, what they were thinking so far, which was good reports, so that was great.
To the concert. You're having 2 or 3 of them. It's good. There's lots of lights and it's loud.
Yeah. What's been your favourite so far?
Song.
Oh, there's Renee. Cool. Thanks. Toby, what do you think of the Oops, hang on. What do you think of the drums?
Yeah, it's good.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
But we need to get a compassion child so we can get one of the bags.
Get a what?
Get one of the bags. We got a bag. Hey Mom, what do you think of the music so far?
Oh, I'm loving it, and I really love all the lights and the energy in the crowd, and I think it's very meaningful to the King and Country guys because of coming back, and it's their last tour, and this is where their dad lost a lot of money and they've come back to full house.
Do you have a favourite song?
I think maybe Burn the Ship so far, but I'm waiting for Shoulders.
Yeah,
And Little Drummer Boy.
Burn the Ships is mine so far.
After the intermission, they started the first song, and then all of a sudden, the whole crowd was singing. I think it was Amen. So the whole crowd was singing that Amen part, and then he kind of stopped and the crowd just kept singing it, and I just thought it was wonderful. And then the crowd kept singing and singing and singing, and I thought, oh, this is a bit strange. And finally it all stopped, and we realised that the sound had actually gone down on the stage. They got a megaphone and announced this. I had to wait for the whole sound desk to reboot. So that took a while. They took a big selfie with the crowd. That was great. And the most fun part of that is it just happened to be some Toowoomba crowds that were friends with my nieces and nephew started a big Mexican wave that went on for ages, and that was good fun. Finally, the concert started again, and the second half was just as brilliant as the first half. My heart was just full. It was a wonderful family time. We briefly caught up with my sister on our way back to the car, and then we thought that we were going to go our separate ways. My kids were hungry again, so we stopped back in at McDonald's, but it seemed like a lot of Toowoomba was stopping in at McDonald's, so we caught up with the whole heap of people, and including my brother-in-law stopped with his car full of kids. So my children were delighted to see friends and their cousins, so we did that and then went home, got home really late, but yeah. Next day, a bit tired, but you know, that glow of afterwards, after you've been to something really great and kind of think it's worthwhile being a little bit tired. What do you have to say about the concert?
Oh, it's amazing. Just brilliant.
Yeah, what was your favourite bit?
Oh, no, all of it. The whole thing is just brilliant.
It was great.
Yeah.
Trying to reach up to the camera, which is over my head. Going home from the concert, there is so many people here. There's like 10,000 people here.
Girl who was next to me about his age, every time she was like chatting to Trent, and he Trent seemed to like King and Country a lot more when she was chatting to you.
What did you think of the concert, Mum?
I like it a lot more, bro.
A, she's in year 12.
She was not in year 12.
Yeah, she is.
She was like your height, bro.
No, I was twice her size, but no, A, she was in year 12. B,
Right.
she said, how's it going?
What did you think of the concert?
I was so excited they did a Little Drummer Boy at the end.
Yeah, it's hype.
Yeah, I love that song.
Hey, what did you think of the King and Country?
Awesome.
What was your favourite song out of them?
Rumma Pum Pum.
What about you, Brenton?
Drummer boy.
Yep.
As you can see, it was just a really fun night, well, 2 nights really, if you count the movie the night before, that we had as a family. It was also wonderful to be worshipping God together. There was 2 moments that just really made my mummy heart sing. And that was one time where we were all just linked arms together and swaying with the music. And it was just so precious, because during teenage time, some of the emotions can be quite a lot of turmoil involved with them. But it was just this moment of unity, and the other was just looking over and seeing everyone jumping up and down and just getting into the music. My family aren't particularly demonstrative children, or neither is my husband, so to see everybody so excited was such a precious time. So my message to you is live life intentionally. We all don't know how much time we have. Also, before we know it, our children grow up. The moments that we get with them disappear. So make the most of your life and go out and live, love and worship. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video. A quick PS, I was just thinking about it as I was walking up to the house. One of the big reasons why I make videos is if I don't make it, I have got all of these memories documented for the children. So if in later life your children are watching this, thank you so much for such a lovely night when we went to King and Country, and I treasured it so much, and I hope it's a wonderful memory for you also. Love you guys.